Welcome anyone to the Gaming Chamber podcast. I am your host Everett, aka Two Beasts to Kill You, aka the Beast with the Least. And this is episode. Oh my God, it's been a couple weeks, so I'm not remembering. What's 55? Because yeah, we've unfortunately missed a couple weeks. Probably no way around that, I guess. Joining me.
Yeah, I mean, I've been sick, so.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that before, but I wanted to introduce you guys first, actually. But yeah, joining me, the normal other guys on this podcast, Devin, JJ, guys.
Yeah,
Yo.
sorry, been sick.
No, yeah.
Glad to be finally feeling better. Hang out with you retards again.
I know. Yeah, you were sick a couple weeks ago, and me and JJ were gonna try and do this, but the internet was kind of.
I think one time internet was really laggy, and then I think I got sick.
Yeah.
The following week too, as well.
So then, yeah, last week you both were still not feeling great. So yeah, 2 weeks in a row. But hey, we're back. What's that
Back,
ACDC?
better than ever.
We're back in black. Why am I forgetting that ACDC song?
Because you're old.
Yeah, oh my
God.
God.
I thought the song came out like when you were born. Like.
Yeah, didn't you go to their live shows?
Yeah. You were there when it was written, dude.
Oh my God, these motherfuckers. So yeah, we're not gonna talk game news, even though this is a podcast, a normal podcast. We're not gonna really talk too much game news because honestly, there wasn't a lot because, I was gonna call it E3 week, but normally this would have been E3 week, but I don't know what Summer Games week or something. I don't know.
I would just say the what is now E3.
The big, well, no, not the big three. Nintendo didn't do anything. Okay, Nintendo did do something, but they didn't have like a what do you call it? A Nintendo Direct, like that would be like an E3 style, or I guess it was the Treehouse, right? So they didn't have like a Treehouse, but PlayStation had a state of play. There was Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest. There was a PC gaming show, and there's the Xbox Showcase. So that's basically the news for the week, and we're just gonna basically focus on that, because if you really want to talk to the other games, other news, I guess there's like a Mass Effect live action series that's now coming out, and that's pretty much it. Oh, Tencent owns 15% of Arrowhead. That's basically it. Like everything else was just focused on these gaming shows. Gaming show week, I guess. I don't know. But before we get into talking about those, fellas, what have you guys been playing? I guess now for the past couple weeks. Devin, we'll start with you.
Well, got the Switch 2, so currently now just playing Mario Kart. We've been playing Night Rain, and I 100% Doom the Dark Ages, like all the achievements and everything. So I mean, I didn't get all the coins, but I mean, I got all the codex entries and everything. So
Interesting.
Yeah, I would say that's it.
I would never have like thought you would have went ahead and just like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get everything, and well, I guess not everything, but pretty much get everything in Doom the Dark Ages. Huh. Didn't think you would
I mean, at a
enjoy it
certain
enough.
point, I was just like, I mean, at a certain point, I was, it's kind of just like, because I was just like, I don't know, I was 100%ing enough of the levels, but it really wasn't like that. I didn't have to go back that much and like do much, It was kind of just like, I was like, fuck, like already, I was like, I 100% this level, that level, and this one, and might as well just get all the achievements.
That's kind of funny actually. But I get it. You're like, you know what? I'm here. Let's just go. What about you, JJ? What have you been playing?
I've been playing some a little bit of RuneScape here and there, and
Shocker.
I think played some Fortnite during the Star Wars event. Completed that shit, and night ran with you guys when I'm not feeling so shitty. And of course, I got the Switch too as well. So I've been playing Mario Kart here and there. I did see Pokemon Violet. It actually does look fucking a lot better. Like seeing that weird frames, like
I saw
60
I
frames.
saw the windmill. They fixed the windmill. Like people were like, "Oh, the windmill's not like choppy and laggy now."
It looked really weird just because I was like, I don't know.
Next gen is finally
it looked
here.
too smooth, bro.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. As for me, 2 games I've been playing these past 2 weeks. It's Night Rain. Man, I love that game, but if you're not playing with people who even are like slightly competent, you're just getting fucked in that game. Because one thing I thought it was gonna be. Ooh, excuse me. I thought it was gonna be like what's the word? Like randomly generated for the land that you're going through, but it's not really. Like the weapon affinities you can get are randomly generated, but pretty much all the places are where they are. So like, you could just like, okay, I know where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go here, so I can get a flask charge, get me a level 2 smithing stone, get me some weapons. Like you could chart out a course, and I swear every time I'm like clicking and trying to be like, yeah, let's go over here to get a couple flask charges first, so we can have more health, or replenish our health a couple more times. Everyone I'm playing with is just like, no, we're gonna go over here to one of the harder bosses that we need to level up first. We should level up first before we fight, but we're gonna just go ahead and go at him at level 1, and then just get our asses kicked a bunch. It's very annoying. Very annoying. The other game, Splitgate 2. That, oh man, I've just been.
Oh yeah, we played that a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
I've just been.
I think I forgot about just how easy it is.
Wow. Yeah. Oh man, I've been having way too much fun with that game. They also just released, because the official release was last Friday, the 6th, June 6th. They released a battle royale mode. It's fun. I mean, if you like Apex Legends, it's kind of more similar
you
to
say
that.
Something in that high pitched tone, it's not fun.
But,
It's fine.
So I think I said fun. I didn't say fine.
I know.
But I think
Fine.
the reason I'm saying it that way is because it's that same thing that I was talking about with Elden Ring, Night Ring. If you're not playing with competent people, or just people who don't want to try and listen, because you can ping or whatever, you press up on the D-pad, and if you double tap it, it turns the ping red, which means, hey, there's an enemy right here. And I swear, like, my teammates are just like running around like chickens without dicks, and it's very annoying. And so like a lot of times I just end up like 12th place, like my team, because it's team based. It's not there's no solo, at least as far as I could see. There's no like solo queuing, so it's just team based. You got 4 people. One thing I do like about it is that if you die, you're gonna come back. You're always gonna come back until your team is just completely wiped. So it has to be a team wipe, and then that's it. Your team like loses. So that should show you.
Call of Duty.
Huh?
Sounds like Resurgence of Call of Duty for that game mode. For
Oh,
Battle
that's-
Royale.
Oh, Call of Duty did that with Resurgence. I didn't remember that. I only
Yeah, they
ever
did
played
Modern
regular.
Warfare 1.
I only played like the regular, like I think Battle Royale stuff in Warzone. So yeah, it does that. It's just you come back. You could also get like revived if they're able. Like no enemies are around though. They could just revive you.
Well,
then of course,
apparently it's fucking awesome according to the developer.
Ah, man, yeah, you know, I don't know.
No, the developer said it's fucking awesome.
I the what is his name? Like Ian Proul or some shit like that. Forgot his name. Dude, at the Summer Games Fest, when he fucking like announced like, oh yeah, we got it. You know, we got a battle royale now. Da, da, da. That whole thing, like I made a tweet, I think directly to him, like well not to him, but like on the Splitgate account. That it's just like this is one of those points where it's just like, don't say anything and let the work speak for you. Because he's like, you know, oh, Call of Duty stale, and you know, I wish we had Titanfall 3. I don't remember his exact words, but the way he was just like, he really is like going in on Call of Duty. Like somebody, there was another tweet where he's just like, I guess he was attacking one of the like art director or artists for Call of Duty. Like, which one do you work on? I can't tell. They're all the same. It's just like, dude, you need to shut the fuck up. Like, it doesn't matter if he doesn't like Call of Duty and he thinks that, like, you know, because he's not wrong. Call of Duty does make the genre a little stale because everyone wants to chase what Call of Duty does. But you can't, like I said in my tweet, you can't criticize the genre for being stale and then proceed to do the things that said genre has been doing that's led to it being stale, with having battle passes and an $80 microtransaction for you know, character skin. Well, oh, now they lowered it down to $40 and all that stuff. Like,
oh, how generous.
I know. Like, you can't, you know, and then also adding a battle royale. Like, you can't do that kind of stuff and then be like, but you know, hey, we're here to rejuvenate the genre of first-person shooters. It's like, dude, you're just making another first-person shooter with an awesome gimmick, but like, you're doing what everything, you know. I mean, obviously microtransactions, it's a free-to-play game. This is how they're gonna make their money. But it's just like, read the fucking situation, read the room. Like, dude, no. But yeah, I don't know. To me, that was just like very stupid to be like, yeah, Call of Duty's the same every year. Where's Titanfall 3? And now we have a Battle Royale mode, and it fucking rules. All with this fucking giant bat, because there's a bat in the game, obviously. Like, looking like a fucking just...
Negan.
He looks stupid, dude. Like, sorry about that, but the guy looks stupid. But yeah.
Well, I think that's the whole point. He tries to do that shit because what happened to the servers when they doing the beta? Remember they gave everybody the free shit, like, oh, sorry, it was a shit launch or something like that.
Yeah.
So you gave like poop emoji, shit toilet, and like they're just going with the humor, dude. That's literally what it is.
No, I know, I get that. Like, that was cool. Like, oh, here's, you know, a shit, you know, emoji thing and all this stuff. That's cool, you know, when it's stuff. But like I said, the way he's like criticizing, you know, the genre of first-person shooters, but then it's just like, hey, but you know, you're just making an arena shooter with an extra gimmick, but it's still just an arena shooter, and now you just added a battle royale mode. Especially to adding a battle royale mode when everyone was like, oh, hopefully because they were like teasing like, oh, we got something big coming for the official release of the game. Everyone's like, hopefully it's a campaign. They're like, think bigger. Really? Think bigger? A battle royale mode? Like, they kind of hyped themselves up a little too much, but yeah, I don't know. I guess a lot of people too were pissed off about his hat, because it's a black hat that says "Make FPS Great Again," and it's, you know, obviously it looks like a, you know, "Make America Great Again," a MAGA hat, and I'm just like, that doesn't bother me, and people like, dude, it's a fucking hat, like.
Well, I just feel like, along to your whole point, they're just trying to be like, I don't know, fucking edgelords and.
I think that's what it is.
Like,
they're trying to be edgelords.
They're just trying to be
okay.
like. They're just trying to be edgy. Like, look at my hat. Like, they're like, oh yeah, you guys think it's a MAGA hat? Like, oh yeah, we do badass things. Like, look at our battle royale. It's not like other battle royales. Like, shut up, guys. Like, we see what you're doing. Like, just shut up. You guys are trying to be all fucking edgy.
Dude, they have Griffball for fuck's sake, dude. Fuck Griffball.
No, look, if they're gonna be edgy, it's like fine, but like your game has to be like out of this world, awesome. And as much as I love playing Splitgate 2, I very much love the game. Uh, I even have a video up on the channel now of like my thoughts. Long story short, I love the game, but like it's not doing so much more new besides having the portals. Which again, yes, it's a very awesome gimmick to have um, for your arena style shooter. But like, if you take away the portals, which is funny, they do have a game mode, like a playlist in the game that's like, oh, no portals. It's like your game is just kind of old school Halo, but a little faster. Yeah, or just Call of Duty, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, to me, I think it's just one of those things. Like, this is one of those times where it's like, we're just gonna put our game out there and let the work speak for itself. Because honestly, I think you just put the game out there, you market it as best as you can, and just make it good. Especially because of the gimmick of the portals, you'll get enough word of mouth like that. It's gonna have its dedicated fan base for a while. So I don't know.
So what's
That's
the
what I
difference between the first and second one?
They added some weapons that aren't in the second one or first one. This one has more of a hero shooter element. Well, not really hero shooter element, but like there's classes. So you got the 3 classes where there's the Eros class that has like you can activate abilities that make you a little bit quicker. The Meridian, which has like a radar that sees through walls, and the Sabrask, which has like what do you call it? Has a wall that you can put out to block bullets and everything. So like that obviously adds the different elements to like, okay, what class am I playing as? Plus also the passive abilities they're not just for you, they're for your teammates. So like if I'm playing, because I play Sabrask a lot, my equipment recharges faster, but so does my teammates. And like I think Devin, right, when we were playing, you were playing the Meridian class, the middle class, the one,
yeah,
one
whatever the purple one is.
That one, your health comes back, you regen a little bit quicker, but it also does the same thing for your teammates. You can see it like when you're choosing what class you want to play. On the right side, it has like 3 little. I don't remember what the words they're using, but it's showing basically which passives are active for your team. So if you have all 3 classes, then all 3 passives will be active. Stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it doesn't stack if like you have 2 meridians or something. Then you get double regen time. I think it's just you get that passive going. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I like the game, or I love the game. It's fun. I plan on playing it for a while, but man, that guy, yeah, like Devin's saying, he's trying to be all edgy and shit. And it's like, dude, being edgy in 2025, really? Yeah. All right. I don't know. I kind of wanted you guys to talk about the Switch a little bit, but it came out on Thursday? Well, Wednesday night, Thursday. It hasn't even been out a week, so I think we'll save that. Maybe even a little longer. Maybe when it's out for a couple weeks, because I want to get your guys' impressions.
I mean, you can get my quick impressions right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe just some quick, just little like. Yeah, just a quick impressions on it. Go ahead, Devin.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool piece of technology, but just like right now, I mean, really, there's only like you have Mario Kart out, and that's really it. And like there's nothing really else out, and Mario Kart, like, from what I've played of it, it is not worth the $80 price tag, or 90 if you bought it physical. Like, it's not worth that. The open world is the barest of bones, and then like the other stuff. I mean, like the knockout mode's cool, but it's not like if you bought it separately, like you're gonna be pretty disappointed if like you didn't get the bundle. Like for the bundle for a $50 game, fine, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm more excited. Like the game that I want that comes out is Donkey Kong. Like that's the game that I'm looking forward to. So I mean, that's what I bought the Switch for. I knew it might be hard to get, so I wanted to have my
Yeah.
Switch ready for Donkey Kong. But like, yeah, Donkey Kong is the game that I want. But I'll let JJ talk about his Switch experience so far.
Yeah, go ahead, JJ. What about just quick impressions?
I like the design, the way like I was telling some of my buddies we were showing it off. I like just the way it feels. The Joy Cons feel really nice. I like the magnetic on the console when it snaps in. Yeah, the Mario Kart one. It's just Mario Kart, nothing too crazy. But like Donkey Kong's pretty cool. Can't wait for that one. But I'm most likely just gonna get Metroid Prime 4. I think that's what I want. And it's just newest toy. Excited. So and just trying out the like I think before the podcast like Pokemon Violet looks fucking amazing as shit. To be honest, it looks like a brand new fucking game for like it being jumped up to 60 frames per second and everything like that.
Hmm.
It looks too nice. You know what I mean?
Huh.
Like it's just the frames are just like butter, so smooth. So I'm like if I had like Mario Odyssey, I could like check all those like free updates or some shit like that, or I might cave in and buy like I don't know like Breath of the Wild or some shit. Since I'm getting like the Nintendo membership or whatever, just gonna get the free member like the free boost or whatever for Switch 2. But it's not too bad.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
I
Like
mean, people
if
are
somebody
already
tells me to get like,
complaining.
go ahead.
The Joy-Cons, they do feel nice, but like people are already reporting that they're getting drift in their Joy-Cons because they didn't really.
Damn. Yeah, they
Yeah, I
didn't
think
like.
it's like somebody.
They didn't like do anything to
thing.
update, like the
No.
quality of them. So yeah.
I think I was telling some of my buddies like on when I was playing RuneScape, they're talking about the Switch 2. It's when I was like, should I buy it now? I'm like, honestly, you should probably wait. Don't need anything. You don't need to get it like right now.
Unless you're like a diehard Mario Kart person, you don't need the thing right now. Like,
Yeah, like I would suggest buying the bundle for sure if you really want Mario Kart. Don't buy it separate. Try to at least hold out for one.
I think.
yeah, because $50 for the game is fine, but like I said, them trying to them trying to justify an $80 to $90 price tag on Mario Kart is like actually fucking insane. Like this, because again, the open world, there's like I drove around for such a long time. There's not a lot to do. It's not like Forza Horizon where there's like shit to do. It's just boring.
I think it's just an easy way to get skins in the game, and there's like a whole bunch of little hidden like question blocks to find in the courses.
There's like
Really
not a
it.
lot of that stuff to do though. That's the thing. There's just like not a lot of those like question blocks and stuff like that.
I like how you slowly started like, hey, it's a new piece of tech, blah blah blah. Everything started getting negative because of Mario Kart.
Because that's the only game. Like,
yeah.
Like if you had if you had like
one
Donkey Kong
game.
and Mario shit, like
It
what do you want us
probably
to talk
would've
about fucking Breath of the Wild? Like we already know how that shit is.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks
exactly.
prettier. Like the shit, like the shadows look a tad bit fucking like fucking better. But other than that, who gives a fuck? Like honestly, the best one would probably be Pokemon. For getting that free fucking update from Switch.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is.
I can't, but Devin's Donkey Kong's probably gonna be the good one, and Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, those are like that's the thing is like the Switch is a nice piece of technology. It's just the games that are gonna be a ton of fun, like just aren't out yet. Like the Switch 2 games just they just aren't out yet. Like that killer launch app doesn't exist, and like I don't know, like people crap on Nintendo or not on Xbox and stuff when they don't have like the killer app there at launch. It's like, well, right now, like Nintendo, there ain't shit.
When was the last time? I mean, not even when was the last time, but like, what was the killer app for the PlayStation 5? There wasn't, like, these last ones have not really had. The last time there was like,
Nintendo fanboys would tell you, I mean, like, that their killer apps are the Horizon games and God of Wars.
But the ones that were released,
I would say fucking Demon Souls. That's what sold me.
maybe
PS5.
Demon Souls was it.
The remastered or remake.
But yeah, like, I don't know. To me, it seemed like, but I don't know. To me, like, yeah, it seems like these last 3 console releases are just not. Like, they were too tethered to the previous consoles, so there wasn't anything that was like you needed to jump out. I guess, yeah, Demon Souls was it. But even like Devin, you're talking about like those other games, but the thing is, those are all games you can play on the PlayStation 4. Demon Souls is the only one.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I guess Demon Souls, but like even then, like us, yeah, of course we like Demon Souls and everything, but it is like a niche thing. So yeah, I don't think there's been like a killer app in these past 3 for the for the PlayStation 5, the Series S and X, and the Switch 2. Yeah, like that was it. Because even if you go back, like the Switch one, even though it was on the Wii U, it was Breath of the Wild for sure. Like, because basically nobody bought the Wii U, so that's why it was Breath of the Wild. And then PlayStation 4 had games going with it, like man, I am not remembering what released with PlayStation 4.
The Order,
Killzone,
Last of Us,
Killzone, yeah.
Infamous.
Infamous Second Son.
Honestly, I don't even think there was like killer apps for those titles, for those consoles either. Because like the Xbox One, even though I liked the launch lineup, what was the actual killer app? Because it was Dead Rising 3, Rise, Son of Rome,
Forza 5, right?
Yeah, there wasn't like, that's what I'm saying though. These like last 2 console generations, I think there hasn't been that game that's like, buy this console because you want to play this specific game. Like
I would say Titanfall, the first one, was kind of like,
but it came
really
out
good killer.
Yeah,
yeah, it was like after.
A little bit, yeah.
I think these past 2 generations haven't been. It's just been slowly because like when obviously, PlayStation 3 and 360 came out, they had like all these games. Well, not all these games, but games that you're like, yeah, I gotta play this. I gotta play this. I gotta play this. And then the Xbox One, PS4 just was like, well, I want to play these games. But I think it was just because it was tethered to the previous generations that you had a lot of games that were like, oh yeah, you could still play it on this generation, but we're gonna have an Xbox One and a PS4 version. And the same thing happened when you went from that, Xbox One and PS4 to Series XS and PS5. It was like, well, dude, I mean,
because like, I was gonna say like, it's because I don't think it's just the graphics go insane like how it was back in the day from like the PS1, the N64. When you jump into like PS2, you're like, holy shit, GameCube, like what the fuck?
I mean,
yeah. And then we go to like original Xbox to 360, and that's another big fucking graphical update shit. You're like, dude, that is fucking nuts. There's no way in shit like my original Xbox can play like Gears of War. There's no way, shit like that. But now the games are it just feels like the game could still be played on both because it's not some crazy shit like like maybe PS5 fucking Demon Souls. Like that's a fucking shit that pushed shit to the limit. It felt like I was fucking day 1 launch for PS5, and then it felt like I never got that high again from another fucking PS5 game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because most other games were developed like God of War Ragnarok. Like I didn't get the high from God of War Ragnarok because like that.
Yeah, because it was
on
developed
PS4.
for both.
PS4.
Same with Horizon. Like I played the newest one, and I was just like, eh.
Like I wish it would just do a thing where like that it would fucking sell, and that would make people want to go crazy and apeshit for the new console. Like that's why I bought a PS5 first over the Xbox Series 1 because it had Demon Souls, and I'm like, that looks fucking amazing shit. I want to play it. But if instead of like, oh well, it's on the other console, so it doesn't matter. And especially games now are usually tend to be cross-platform play, so it doesn't even matter anymore. Especially since like now the Xbox is now going towards like they want to just get more people to subscribe to Game Pass so they can start selling their games to PC. Fucking now, Sony. It doesn't fucking matter at this point, but obviously their main probably like Halo and shit. But besides the point, it's just I don't know, man. Like we need those big guys that's the next Xbox, the new Halo is only been the new Xbox. Suck my dick, just buy it or whatever, and it just shows it looks amazing as shit. But I would say also that Halo has kind of been doing with Halo Infinite and all this crazy bullshit that's happened with was it a Halo Studios now, right? New name.
I really don't like that they're called Halo Studios.
Like it's just I don't know,
there was nothing wrong with calling like the studio being called 343 Studios. I get that like people were being kids, so they're like, oh, we got to get rid of the name. There's like a bad taste now somehow, but that's stupid.
That's my take. I think just if we actually just broke off that shit, games would be a lot better.
Well, yeah.
Like Devin, do you think Mario Kart World could be played on a fucking Switch One?
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Like
just not at 60 frames.
Yeah, it probably just not at like 60 frames.
Yeah,
which I mean, yeah. Honestly, Mario Kart should be running at 120. Like, if the Switch 2 can handle 120 frames, well, I don't see why Mario Kart isn't running at 120 frames per second. But yeah, I mean, it could have been a Switch 1 title, but at least it runs at 60 frames per second, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move into the meat of this podcast for the week. The three, I guess there would be the three main gaming shows: the State of Play Summer Games Fest show and the Xbox Showcase. All right. So we'll start with the State of Play. Before I list off the games that were shown, just what would you grade the showcase? It's the State of Play. Devin, we'll go with you first.
I think for me, just like a C+.
What about you, JJ?
We'll get games like more.
From like, I think I probably give it a B. They're doing like actually like
B. Wow.
Yeah, because like, there's some games in there that I actually kind of really like.
That makes more sense for you. Yeah, I'm looking at the list. That makes more sense for you, because like same as Devin, it's a C+ for me. But that makes more sense for you. Yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna list off the games, and then we'll just talk about what we liked, I guess, and maybe what we didn't like. I don't know. So this isn't in the order that they showed the games, because I honestly could not find a list that was like that. But this is what they showed. They showed Cairn, which was that like that mountain climbing game. FBC Firebreak, that's that. It's in the Control universe, Alan Wake universe. It's a first-person shooter, or maybe a third-person shooter. It's a shooter from Remedy. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, Sword of the Sea. It was like it's like from that that game Journey. I think it's actually from the same company or developer. Like Journey. It's just the sword is like a surfboard now, or almost kind of like a skating game or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Metal Gear Solid's Delta Snake Eater, Hirogami was this little characters made out of origami. It was like a little action game. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots. On this list it says Everybody Hot Shots Golf. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots. Baby Steps. It's one of those stupid like co-op where it uses physics and stuff, and yeah, I don't know. Silent Hill F, I know that you were definitely probably foaming at the mouth, JJ. Final Fantasy Tactics, The Evil East Chronicles, that's a remake. Ghost of Yotei, sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. Digimon story Time Stranger. That one really got me excited. What the heck? Cairn. I guess they put this game twice for some reason. I guess because they have a demo up of Cairn, and this is, I don't know. Astrobot DLC, so a challenge levels pack. Luminous Arise. That's what they started with. Once I saw that, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like this show at all. Luminous Arise, a new Luminous game. That's great. That's how you're gonna start off. Whatever. Neo 3, which, you know, if you like those two Neo games, there's a third one coming out, so that's pretty cool. This one got me super excited. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. This one got me excited too. 007 First Light, especially too if this is more for Devin. Like, you know, he's a Dexter fan just like me. James Bond's being played by Patrick Gibson, who played Dexter in Original Sin, so that's pretty cool, actually. A sequel to Bloodstain. What was it? The first one called? I don't remember, but this one's called Bloodstain: The Scarlet Engagement. Pragmata, which was that game showed a long time ago, right? It gave me like Death Stranding vibes when it was first shown, but now it's more. It still kind of gave me that.
That girl.
Yeah, with the girl.
Oh, the girl.
Yeah, it was like an AI or something. Romeo is a Dead Man. Grasshopper interactive game. You know, if you like that, like No More Heroes and stuff. It's very similar to that. Sea of Remnants. I don't even remember Sea of Remnants at all. There's a Thief VR game. Ties of Tomorrow. I don't even remember what Ties of Tomorrow was. And I skipped over this in the list, but this was the last thing they showed. Marvel. I'm going to butcher this again. Marvel Tokone Fighting Souls. It's a Arc System Works fighting game. 3v3 or no, 4v4 tag. So if you like the Dragon Ball Fighters or what Blaze Blue, right? That's them as well. Those games. Yeah, we got a new Marvel fighting game. So yeah. All right. So that's the list. JJ, we'll start with you because you had a higher grading. So we'll go ahead and start with you. From like what did you like from like what they showed and all that stuff.
What was the list again?
You motherfucker.
No, a lot of the games I liked, I think, was the 007 game. I've been really craving another of the cool shit, like Nightfire, Die Another Day, all that shit, dude. That shit was nice. Agent Under Fire, fuck. Those on GameCube, I was playing the fuck out of those when I was younger. Obviously Silent Hill F, and actually having a release date was super fucking tight as shit. And I think the other one is actually Final Fantasy Tactics. I was excited if they were redoing that one. Never played it for PS1. So I was super excited. I think that's the only reason why I kind of gave it. And I guess, was it Romeo's a Dead Man, I think, too? Kind of looked weird as shit. Interesting.
Yeah, when I saw that Silent Hill F, I didn't know what it was until they, obviously said, "Oh, Silent Hill F." I just thought it was like a Japanese horror game. I was like, "This looks sick." I knew, but once I saw Silent Hill F, I was like, "Oh yeah, JJ's definitely gonna need a new pair of pants right now."
Yeah, it was. I'm excited. I'm really excited for this one.
What about you, Devin? What were the things that stuck out and what you enjoyed? I guess
007 was definitely my top game they showed. I like the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Astrobot, I do want to pick up and play Astrobot because I'm looking forward to it. I like their like just adding because it's free, like challenge levels. So I do like they're continuing to support that game with free levels. So that gets me excited too. Like I'm gonna play I'll probably at some point play the new Marvel fighting game. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be a day one purchase for me. That's the thing. It's like not everything is gonna be a day one purchase. Like I don't even know if James Bond 007 game will be, but like I'll play it eventually. Same with like the Romeo's Dead. Because I remember I checked out like the other Grasshopper games and stuff, like at GameStop, and I like playing those. So when they when these games get a little bit cheaper, like I'll play them. Like the same thing with Astrobot. Like I'm looking forward to playing that. Like, but I still even like because it went on sale for like $50, like for the PlayStation State of Play. It was still might even be on sale for $50. I'm like, I don't want to spend $50 on a platformer. Like I know one game of the year, but I want to spend like 30 on it. So I'm still some of these games are like I said, I'm looking forward to. And that's why it gets like a C plus because there's only one game, and that would be the 007 game where I would buy it day one for the probably I don't know $70. I guess that's what I'm guessing it's going to come out as.
Well, you really think it's
Everything
gonna be
else is
70?
probably. I mean, either way, $60-$70. Like, you think it's going to be 80?
I think games are gonna like.
Well, so
I
so
don't know.
yeah. Either way, I'm not paying 60 to 80 like bucks for any other game other than the 007 game. And that's just for me. That's why it's just like a C plus. But there are again, um, that's just like a personal grade for myself. That's not saying because like if I was a huge Silent Hill person like JJ, it'd be a higher grade because there'd be more games that I'd be excited for.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. There was like I'm excited about that 007 First Light. It looked awesome. Like I want to play that. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. I've been wanting to play those old games. I hate that they were like they've been taking them off. Like, you know, they had the Mortal Kombat trilogy, or I forgot what it was called actually. I don't think it was called trilogy. But they had like a Mortal Kombat collection on 360 and then it was gone. I want to say there was even one on the Xbox One. And then you can't get it now. Like they just keep, you know, because of rights and all that stuff. But them bringing a new collection out, and then the thing is too, like it had like Mortal Kombat 4 in it, and then I think I don't know if it was like an actual confirmed, like, oh, these are games that are confirmed to be in it, but like I saw that Deadly Alliance was going to be in it because when they showed the games that are going to be in it, at least like the main versions of those games, because like they're also going to have like a, what do you call it? There was like the handheld versions of Mortal Kombat and stuff being added to this collection. But 3 of the squares that had like the game tiles or whatever were just question marks. So I'm like, oh, this is probably signaling that they're gonna have Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon maybe, or at least that's my hope. So that's why I was like, oh yeah, give me that Mortal Kombat.
No, you're gonna get that fucking Sub-Zero spin-off one, dude.
Oh god.
Yeah, hopefully.
A lot of people are like, can we get the Shaolin Monks game in this collection? Honestly, if I wouldn't mind that because I've never played the Shaolin Monks game, so yeah. And then like the other game that I was super excited for is the Digimon game. Like I'm a Digimon guy. So I love Digimon, so I want to play another Digimon game. But yeah, like aside from those 3 games, everything else was either like, you know what, yeah, this is interesting. Oh, okay, I guess Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is a little bit more up there. But it's just like it was either okay, I've seen this a bunch, like the Metal Gear Solid remake. Like I've seen this a bunch. You don't need to show it to me anymore. I do want to play it. Or just a bunch of games that I'm like, I do not care about this game. Like I did not care about Luminous. I did not care about Cairn. I did not care about Sea of Remnants, Tides of Tomorrow, a VR game, you know. I don't care about Ghosts of Yotei. Final Fantasy Tactics, Baby Steps, you know, Hirogami was okay. Sword of the Sea looked stupid to me. So like, yeah, that's why I'm like, it's a C plus because it got carried by 3-4 games, and the rest was just like not interesting at all to me. Just not even the slightest.
I am a slight half chub.
Yeah, exactly. You know, spoiler alert, I kind of got the same from the Xbox showcase too. Earlier today. But yeah. Just overall, yeah, C plus, because I'm just like, you have like 3-4 games, a couple other games that are like interesting, and then the rest just, to me, the rest just garbage. But I know that obviously I'm going to be in the minority on that. There's going to be a lot of people who were just like, this game looks so good, I can't wait to play. Oh, cool. Yeah, you can't wait to play Sword of the Sea, made by the people who made Journey. So all you're going to do is press forward all the time, the whole game, and then, oh yeah, I'm done. Yeah, okay, yeah. So fun! You know?
Fired.
Huh?
Damn, dude. Fucking game of the year right there, bro. Fucked up.
Didn't Journey like win Game of the Year awards from some shit? Which is,
Yeah,
I
'cause
played
it
that
was a full
game.
year.
Yeah.
I played that game, and oh my fucking god, I was so bored out of my mind. I was like, this game is absolute shit. And people fucking loved it. And I wanted to just rip my eyeballs out. That game was so bad. I don't understand. I just do not understand how that game is so revered. Just, no.
You just didn't get it, man.
Okay, fine. I didn't get it. I apparently didn't understand crap. Like, I don't know how to understand crap. I don't know how to look at dog shit and be like, I can find the good in this. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't know.
This takes time.
It'd just be like, I bet you there's...
It took you time to like fucking Mega Man.
Mega Man has gameplay. There's actual systems at work. What do you do in Journey? What do you
You still
do
don't
in
get it,
Journey?
man.
Oh my god. It's just gonna be like, I bet you there's gonna be a shit ton of people like, damn, that Cairn game is so awesome. Oh yeah, that's cool. I'm just climbing a fucking mountain, and I guess I spend the night in a fucking tent every so often and like fix the hands because, oh, the character's hands are all fucked up because they've been climbing a mountain all fucking day and da. Get the fuck out of here. I'm so tired of these types of games where it's just like, we want you to like feel something and it looks pretty and blah 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 blah. Like, how about you just make a fucking game instead of trying to make like make art, quote unquote. Like, I don't know.
Wow.
Dude, it's because PlayStation is littered with those games, and people like are like, that's what you get PlayStation for these artsy games. How about suck my ass? I want games with gameplay.
Keep trying to suck your ass.
Here's a Last of Us remaster for the 7th time.
Oh god. But it's, look, as much as I think that Last of Us is a 7 out of 10, there's still gameplay. I don't think it's great gameplay, but there's still gameplay along with the story and it looking really good. Like, I can respect that, which is why it's still 7 out of 10. Again, I think The Last of Us does not have great gameplay. It's middling at best. But it's saved by, well, at least the first game is saved by that really good story. Second, not so much, so it's more of a 5 out of 10. But games like Journey and all that shit, or this Cairn, if it's exactly what I think it is, like, it's a 2 or 3 out of 10 at best. It looks pretty, but what am I doing? What am I playing? I don't know.
It's one of those Zen games, man. You're like just climbing a mountain, dude.
But there's games that like,
dude.
but there's games that have minimal gameplay and yet still have really good gameplay. Like, look at Shadow of the Colossus. What do you do in that game? It is literally just climb on things and fight the boss.
We're fighting the inner demons of
But
our psychosis.
it's fun.
Coming to the darkness.
But that's what I'm saying. It's fun. There's a reason Shadow of the Colossus is like remembered and why it's revered, and for the exact reasons why I want games to be revered. The good gameplay with a good story, and it looked, at the time, it looked pretty. You know, I don't know. I'm just ranting here, and I know I'm in the minority on this because
Yeah, you're the old man on his lawn screaming at the kids.
Because, dude, I come from a time like this is me being old or whatever. I understand that like video games can be much more nowadays because we're not limited to the technology of the Nintendo Entertainment System, the Atari 2600 and all that stuff, or later on the Super NES and the Genesis and all that. Where obviously they just had to focus on the gameplay because what could you really do? Now games can be so much more and yada yada yada. But just because you can doesn't mean you should. Like somebody could make a movie of someone just farting for 3 hours. Does that mean the movie's going to be good? No.
Isn't that what the Skibby Toilet Head movie's gonna be about?
Probably.
Skibby Toilet Head.
The Skibidi Toilet Bro Skibidi.
I mean, yeah, I just, yeah. This is me coming from that being old, like, where games actually were like, yeah, we're going to focus on game. Back in my day, games focused on the game. Dude, put it this way. Like, you know how you hate Metal Gear Solid games, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, like, at least when you can actually play the game for, like, 10 minutes, there's a game there. I'm obviously being facetious, but yeah. There's, like, actual gameplay. It's not... And then you watch an hour of cutscenes. Yeah. I don't know, man. I really hate these games that are just... That's why, like, there's a game that got announced by Bloober Team or not announced, but it was shown off in the Xbox showcases. Obviously skipping a little ahead, but like I'm not excited at all for a game by Bloober Team because they essentially just make walking simulators. And it's just like, okay, cool. They don't make games. They make walking simulators. It's stupid. I don't know. Let's go ahead and move into the next thing, the Summer Games Fest. Honestly, none of us watched this, right?
No.
So I think we'll skip giving it a grading. I'll just... Man, there's a lot of games on this list. I'm going to just list off these games. Hitman World of Assassination, Le Chiffre hit. So I just DLC for Hitman World of Assassination. Lies of P Overture. Splitgate 2. Dune Awakening. Mind's Eye. Scum. Chrono Odyssey. Death Stranding 2. Mecha Break. Wildgate. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. Mafia the Old Country. Dying Light the Beast. The First Descendant. Breakthrough. I guess that's... it says new game here. I don't know. Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Arc Raiders, Mina the Hollower, Resident Evil Requiem, which we'll get to that, Blade and Soul Heroes, Deadpool VR, Lego Party, Marvel Cosmic Invasion, Mouse PI for Hire, which I'm actually very excited and want to play, Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny, Axe of Blood, Code Vein 2, End of Abyss, Game of Thrones, War for Westeros, Infinitesimals, Mortal Shell 2, Onimusha Way of the Sword, Scott Pilgrim EX, it's another game I'm excited about, Atomic Heart 2, Blighted, Chronicles Medieval, Fractured Blooms, Felt That Boxing, Into the Unwell, Ill, I'll talk about that one actually too, Killer Inn, Last Flag, Lego Voyagers, Mixtape, Mongil Stardive, Out of Words, Stranger Than Heaven, The Cube, The Seven Deadly Sins Origin, and Wu-Tang Rise of the Deceiver. Honestly, because we didn't see it and we just saw what caught our eye, we'll just talk about what caught our eye, I guess. JJ, we'll go ahead and start with you for the Summer Games Fest.
I think obviously we're gonna say Resident Evil. I think it was the one that really
I think yeah, we'll
Caught my
start
eye.
off with that. That caught all our eyes,
But,
right?
like,
I'm assuming you too, Devin.
But to be honest, not too meh. Honestly, like I wasn't too crazy. I think you said Scum, right?
Scum
Right?
was
You said that
shown.
was one of the games I've announced.
Yeah,
There.
yeah. I don't know
Great.
what that
Cause
is actually. So
yeah, cause that game has been in fucking like beta or alpha or some shit since like 2017, and they finally getting released. Damn, bro. Fucking crazy.
was it actually? Let me see. Let me find it on the list.
Yeah,
Scum.
Scum. You said like Scum. I remember that one. You're
Yeah,
like,
I
wait,
said
and I was
Scum,
gonna
but
say
I don't,
something. But
because there is like a next to it. If Scum. Oh, June 17th. Yeah, it's coming out June
yeah,
17th, 2025. It's
damn.
coming out soon.
Fucking 8 years later, the game finally comes out.
Yeah,
And I guess Deadpool kind of looked funny, and I guess Jurassic World Evolution. I kind of like those games. I think when I played a little bit on the computer when I got it for free, like on Epic Games or something like that. Kind of like the weird Zoo Tycoon, but with fucking Jurassic fucking dinosaurs, Jurassic World
that's
theme
exactly what it
for it.
is.
So it's kind of funny playing that shit, but
Not much
I don't
else,
know,
right?
nothing too much, like too crazy or anything like that. That was like hella, like oh my god,
What about you, Devin? What stood out to you?
Yeah, I mean Resident Evil was like really the only like the big guy. Um, trying to think like any other big games. I mean Scott Pilgrim, I like that that one's being made by the same people who did the first one, so
Yeah, a
I'm
new
glad
beat 'em up, a
that's
new Scott
cool
Pilgrim
that
beat 'em
they're
up. I was very excited. Yeah.
I guess that wasn't on my bingo card of like a game that would ever like get a sequel,
Right?
you know? I really thought that was kind of it.
Yeah, because it was licensed shit, right? That was also fucking it up.
Well, no, it's just
Yeah.
because the Scott Pilgrim like like comic book and stuff. It has a definitive ending. It's not something that you think, oh, they'll make a sequel to anything. Maybe the comic, yeah, okay, they're gonna make a sequel to it. Like you think they could do that or whatever, but it's just like, yeah, it's to have a sequel to Scott Pilgrim versus the World. It's just a little, yeah, because you're gonna have to come up with a whole new story, which I'm hoping that means that what's his name? Brian, I think it's Brian Lee O'Malley or something. That I hope he's, if they're obviously they have to be writing a new story. Hopefully he's doing that. But yeah. Let me see. For me, yeah, obviously, yeah. Again, the Resident Evil game was the big one. But also, I don't. Did you guys see Ill? Like trailers for the trailer for Ill?
I think I saw, but I just can't remember.
Is
It kind
that?
of looked weird. I think.
It was it was like a horror game with like these weird like humanoid creatures. It was very violent, and like near the end of the trailer, there's like it looked like a giant baby's head was like sliding across the floor to like, yeah, it looked fucking nuts, dude. It really like these naked fucking humanoid creatures chasing you. It looked like there was like gonna be some like regular human enemies too, but yeah, that game looks fucking like wow. Yeah. The other one was for me though, that I was like, oh yeah. I mean, it wasn't an announcement, but I'm just like, I guess they finally said it's coming out this year. Mouse PI for Hire. It's it looks like one of those old cartoons like like Steamboat Willie or something. It's a shooter, so I guess they also announced that Troy Baker's voicing the character in it. I guess maybe the main character, but yeah. Other than that, I'm just nothing else stood out like that. That I was just like, oh yeah, here we go. It was mainly those games. So Yeah, I guess that's it, right? We could just move to the Xbox showcase.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right then. So we're recording this actually on the day of when they showed that showcase. The showcase. So this was the most fresh in our minds, if anything. Devin, we'll start with you. Just quick, what was your quick grade for the showcase?
B for me.
B. JJ?
Yeah, probably like the same. B.
So for me, C plus, just like the state of play. Because it happened again. There was some stuff that's shown that I'm just like, why are we? Why is this in here? Like, I don't want to see this game. And in the end, I wasn't. As the kids say, hyped for every game they showed. There was a few things, but and then like them ending it with the game they ended. It's like, okay, come on, that's your. Oh, we got one more thing to show you. Which,
Dude. Yeah. I think I look like a fucking idiot when I said, is it Halo? Because they didn't say Halo when it said 25-year anniversary. It's been there at the start. Like, oh, it's Halo.
That was
Like,
when
nope.
you said like Xbox is gonna be having its 25th anniversary shit, like celebrating 25 years next year. Like, oh, and we're gonna have a Fable game next year, Forza, Gears of War E-Day. So that means right that they're confirming it's coming out next year, Gears of War E-Day.
Yeah, I once they announced like they were doing. I mean, like it had been rumored for so long, but once they announced that like Gears of War 1 Reloaded was coming out, I was like, there's no way they're doing two Gears games in the same year. That's just fucking not happening. Like, there's just no way.
Yeah. So then in that little tease of what's to come, he did say, oh, and the return of, I forgot what he said, like the return of something that's been with us since the beginning. Which, yeah, everyone's like, it's got to be Halo, right? So, honestly, they probably should have been like, if they were going to say that, like, here's a teaser trailer for Halo, if it is Halo. I mean, it could be Blinks, the return of Blinks.
The cat.
Blinks the cat, yeah.
Right? Yeah, fuck off. No. Like, we know. They purposely did not say Halo at all.
All right. So this, I can actually say what I will skip one thing to save it for the end, so we can talk about it. But this, in order of what they showed, they started off with Outer Worlds 2. Then they announced High on Life 2. So if you like the first game, it's gonna be a new game. Then they showed Resonance, a Plague Tale Legacy, so a new Plague Tale game. After that, the the announcement that I'm skipping, they did announce that within that announcement they're gonna have that Hollow Knight Silk Song is coming out later this year. So yeah, the Blood of the Dawnwalker, plays a vampire. It's a cool looking RPG game. Super Meat Boy 3D, that was a pretty cool announcement. Ninja Gaiden 4, they showed off that. The DLC for Indiana Jones was after the Order of the Giants, right? Yeah. Beast of this one right here, Beast of Reincarnation. We will talk about that game. Beast of Reincarnation was shown. Then Clockwork Revolution. After that was Grounded 2. Announced actually. They announced Grounded 2. Chronos: The New Dawn. They showed Elder Scrolls Online, like they're having like a new season of, what is it called? Season of the Worm Cult. Ophelion? I don't know how you would say this game. No Ghosts at the Grand. Age of Mythology Retold. Heavenly Spear. I think that's a DLC for that. Mudang, Two Hearts, which I liked a lot. Seeing that. Planet of Lana 2, Children of the Leaf. They announced that fishing is being added to Fallout 76. That's fun. Whatever. Solo Leveling, Arise, Overdrive, Anemo.
Arise.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. At Fate's End. A trailer for Gears of War Reloaded, which actually kind of pissed me off that they showed that. But we'll get into Persona 4 Revival, uh, Invincible Versus, which is a fighting game, a 3v3 tag fighting game actually. They announced Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is finally coming to Xbox later this year, and then they also shadow dropped Final Fantasy 16.
Hell yeah.
Then they showed a game called Keeper by Double Fine Studios, which is funny. I was just talking about them not too long ago. I think with you guys that they haven't released anything in a while. So there you go, a new Double Fine game, Keeper. And then they ended the show with Call of Duty Black Ops 7. So those are the games they show. Don't talk about the other thing that I skipped, but just the games right here. What stuck out to you, Devin? We'll start with you.
The Invincible. I mean, I really like the Invincible. This is like obviously the show. I never read the graphic novels, but the 3v3 fighting game like that I think could be fun. Obviously Gears of War Reloaded coming out. I mean, we knew that was coming out, but that's obviously gonna stick out for us. I'm trying to think what are the big ones. I mean, I like High on Life. The first one, I thought it was funny, so I'm kind of glad there's a second one coming out of that. But yeah, I think those are the big ones. But also for me, the nice thing is, again, like all these games aren't like I gotta buy them day one. But since we have Game Pass, like I don't have to buy them all day one. Like they're there for me to play, and I don't have to spend all my money on them. I think that's why like I can give it a higher grade because even though it's games I don't want to necessarily have to pay for, like or like I
Did he cut out? Are we having some technical difficulties?
Did?
He might have cut out. Okay, when he comes back, we'll get back to it. Yeah, there he goes. So, JJ, then. We'll go ahead and go with you. What stuck out with you then, JJ?
yeah. Sorry, I don't know. I mean, my Discord. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, the Discord that was lighting up. So I don't know what that was about.
Fucking weird.
Yeah.
So what were you trying to say? At the end?
Oh, I was just saying, like, yeah, like this showcase. There's not like as many games that I do want to play or whatever, but like I might want to try them out eventually,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't have to pay for them like you do at other places. So that's the perk of Game Pass. Like most of these games come into Game Pass.
That's true.
Yeah, you're right, but still, I think because I just expect more from Xbox with with everything they own now. That's why I was a little disappointed, but we'll get into that one. JJ, we'll go ahead and now. Yeah, what stuck out for you?
Kind of weird. Well, obviously, we're probably gonna talk about it later, but with Beasts of Reincarnation, very cool to look at.
Yeah,
and it's very interesting.
Well, dude,
maybe Fate's End.
No,
Fate's
dude.
End was kind of weird.
Hold on, the Beast of Reincarnation. Yeah, let's talk about that because it's from Game Freak.
Like, yeah, the same people that did Pokemon, man.
That's why I was like, oh, this is weird. Game Freak? What the fuck? Like, who would have... like Devin said earlier, I didn't have this on my bingo card. Like, who would have had, on their quote-unquote bingo card, a game made by Game Freak being announced on the Xbox showcase? Like, come on. They make Pokemon. And this... wow. But yeah, Jesus. But keep going.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. I was like Fate's End. It kind of looked weird because I was like, dude, it's a lot of these side scrolling. But the more I saw it, the more I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting concept. Really cool. Need to show Kronos again with that one, and I was kind of excited for Final Fantasy finally coming to Xbox. I think that's like one of the crazy ones that when they said like 16 actually shadow dropped the same date as well. Super excited. But again, I have so many games on my fucking backlog. I don't know when I'll probably get it when it's cheaper. And Gears of War.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, the things that stuck out for me, High on Life 2. I enjoyed the first game, so I'm looking forward to Outer Worlds 2 also. I want to play that one, although I do need to finish the first one. Yeah. Super Meat Boy 3D, that looked cool. Again, Beast of Reincarnation, just wow. That Clockwork Revolution game looks so good, like with the powers and all that stuff. Like I'm very excited and want to play. I want to play that game. Yeah, Grounded 2 I may try out because I did try the first one. I think I'm starting to, get into that genre more, the survival stuff. So that could be cool to play Grounded, too.
You got me fucked up. You think I'm gonna try to fight a fucking like giant fucking
ass spider?
dude?
You're like, I'm not fighting no fucking giant spider. Yes, I like that they showed Gears of War Reloaded because yes, Gears of War. I love Gears of War, but also at the same time, I'm like, really, we know about this already. You don't need to have this. I think what made me more mad was like, why have this trailer if you're not going to announce anything else? Especially too because afterwards they announced, oh yeah, we're gonna have a beta for the multiplayer this Friday, but they didn't say it on the actual showcase. So it's just here's a trailer for Gears of War Reloaded.
Yeah, I had to see like IGN post it and saying like, oh, it's beta this Friday for Gears. Like, what the fuck?
It's like,
they didn't say anything. I saw the trailer again. They didn't say anything.
Yeah, so that actually kind of pissed me off. Because it is one of those things where it's like, I know about this. I've seen enough. I'm going to play it. Just stop showing it. But also, too, like, I don't know. Again, you're having a beta. It's probably pertinent information to add into your trailer. Oh, yeah, there's a multiplayer beta across all systems this Friday. Like, come on. But again, like, a lot of this stuff I didn't care about. Like, I did not care about that Keeper game. I'm like, okay, cool. You're gonna play as a sentient lighthouse. This looks like a walking simulator.
Yeah, the one made by the people that did Psychonauts, right?
Psychonauts. They did that like Costume Quest games. Brutal Legend. It's them. Double Fine. They make
Tim Schafer.
Tim Schafer, yeah. Yeah, I didn't care about Persona 4 Revival. I didn't care about Invincible Versus. I was like, okay, I'm interested, but I think I was a little underwhelmed seeing it because, like, we just saw the Marvel Fighting Souls game, and Marvel Fighting Souls looks so much better, and so like I was just a little like, oh, that kind of sucks. That Fate's End game I thought looked like absolute shit. I'm like, this looks so bad. I didn't care about Anemo, solo leveling. Planet of Lana 2 I didn't care about. Mudang 2 Hearts I actually did it looked interesting. I want to play that one. But again, to continue, I didn't care about that. No Ghost of the Grand, Age of Mythology, Aphelion, Chronos the New Dawn. I'm like, oh my god, fuck you. Yeah, a lot of this stuff I didn't care about. Or was just like indifferent on. So it was just, for me, that's why I'm like, it's another C+. Like I just gave the State of Play. And I think what also hurt it too is you end your show, like, when they do their like, oh, blah, 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 and this, we showed a lot of great games, but here's one more thing. I'm expecting some kind of mind-blowing fucking, like, game that's just like, oh shit, people have either been clamoring for this, or something that's like, whoa, this is very, very interesting. Black Ops 7 is not a game to end your show on. Like, oh, we're announcing Black Ops 7. Like, really? That's how you're going to end the show? Black Ops 7? So, yeah, I don't know, man. I was very, very, like, very disappointed. I actually put a video up earlier, too. I put 2 videos up this past weekend, basically, talking about, one about the state of play, and then, one about the showcase. This is a letdown for me, especially, like, after last year. I think, like, I did try to temper my expectations, because obviously you're not going to have, like, Gears of War E-Day announcement level. I mean, obviously for us, that's, like, a huge reveal. But it's just, like, nothing? Like, even close to that? I don't know.
I don't know. Viva Pinata, bro. What the fuck?
Honestly, if they would have announced a new Viva Pinata game, that would have bumped this up to, like, a B+ for me. I'm not a huge Viva Pinata, but it's like, dude, they're bringing back Viva Pinata? Holy fuck.
And I'm surprised they haven't said anything about fucking Perfect Dark either.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, if you're going to show, like, Gears of War Reloaded, show a trailer for Perfect Dark or Fable or something.
Because, State of Play had James Bond. Like, throw that fucking Perfect Dark in there, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I was super disappointed, so... Yeah. But, now we'll talk about the actual, like, big announcement, which I know you're like, didn't you say they didn't have a big announcement? This is, but I think the announcement kind of got killed because of all the leaks for me. But they did finally, we know it's real. The PlayStation, the Xbox branded Ally, ROG Ally they've announced it here. They call it the Xbox Ally, so. Okay. But yeah, there's going to be, they showed 2 of them. There's a white one and a black one. The white one's 512 gigs. It's a little weaker. And then the black one's 1 terabyte and it's stronger. It's more powerful. And it's exactly what you think it is. It's an Ally X. You'll be able to play Game Pass on it. You'll be able to download games on it. Which is why I think they really pushed the narrative of, like, Xbox Play Anywhere in this showcase. Because, you buy it here, you can play it anywhere that maybe not PlayStation, but you'll be able to play it on PC and Xbox consoles. They didn't say it in the showcase, but, like, they did have a thing afterwards talking about how they're really pushing to, it's like a behind, not a behind the scenes, but it's like a little mini documentary they had on their Xbox, their YouTube channel, that they're really trying to, like, integrate Windows 11 and gaming even more so. Like, they're really working at it so that way it doesn't feel like you're just like, oh, playing a little mini PC that has the Xbox app. Like, they want you to feel like this is a console you have in your hand. Which makes sense. I mean, with Steam doing their Steam OS.
Well, that's the rumor is the next Xbox system is going to have, like, it's going to be running on basically like a Windows 11.
So that makes more sense why they want to really integrate the gaming aspect to the Windows OS. So, yeah. Yeah, so no. Right off the bat, I'm going to say, I'm probably going to try and get one of these. I'm trying to see, but I'm not good at, like, looking at specs and everything. But it doesn't look like it's actually that far off or even different at all from just if you buy an Ally X. So maybe if you don't care about the Xbox branding, you just get the Ally X and there you go. Because, I mean, they've even said that, like, at some point they're going to update, whatever uses the Windows OS, whatever devices use it, they're going to update it to basically all be the same. So, if you don't want to wait for an Xbox Ally, you can just go ahead and get an Ally X. Also, I guess maybe if you don't like the way, I don't know, is it just me or those little like controller handles that they have on the side kind of don't look that great.
For like the Xbox version
The
of it?
Xbox Ally, yeah.
It doesn't look the Switch 2 fucking controllers.
I mean, you
I think
guys.
it looks fine.
I don't know. For me, I was just like, it looks kind of weird, but I don't know.
I don't know. I'm probably gonna be passing the hand Xbox.
You're gonna what? You
I'm
kind of
gonna
cut out.
pass on getting it.
Oh, you're gonna pass on getting it?
Yeah, it's like I barely play the handheld shit. Like the reason why I got the Switch is because like that's the other next Nintendo console. If Nintendo made a console that was, I'd bought that is. You know, but it's just like that's the whole point of the Switch is because it's a, you know, can be handheld, but doesn't have to be. You know, it's
Yeah.
like that's the only handheld most of the time. I'm always playing docked anyway. I'm always home. If I do when I'm out and about, you know, it's just having a kid just makes it tough to even be able to play anything. And if I do play, I just play fucking RuneScape, dude. Because again, I just play on my phone. Be done. I don't need to bring like a whole nother console.
Yeah, I get you. I'm looking. I might skip actually at the Xbox Ally because I might just try and get an LAX. Just if it's the same thing, I kind of would rather have that like more rectangle shape, not with the extra stuff. And you'll still be able to like download Steam on there, so I could, if I get any games on Steam, I do have a couple, and they, you know, I'll be able to play it. But yeah, I do kind of want to get one at some point. But that was like their biggest thing, I think, because again they were pushing that Xbox Play Anywhere stuff like hard. So. Also, do you guys notice they were showing like the PS5 logo on a lot of games?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So again, because they don't give a shit. They make their money off software. They don't give a shit
Yeah.
where you're gonna buy your fucking games from.
That is definitely true. That is definitely true. All right. So that was basically it for, I mean, like I said, there was like a PC showing, but we could skip that. Overall, how would you rate this just weekend of showings then? JJ, we'll start with you.
I'll probably do like a B.
J-
Or B minus.
Devin?
No, I'll do a B. I'll do a solid B.
Yeah, I'll just go B minus. Again, it showed there's a lot. The thing is there, and other people would get higher grades just depending on if there's games they like. And I think that's why for me it's just a B. Like it'd be a C if there wasn't just like a lot of good games. But there were high profile games. It's just not games that you're gonna get me all hyped and excited for. Like there just wasn't that many. So yeah, I think it'd be like a lot of games that I'm looking forward to playing once they hit the quote unquote bargain bin.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
so
or
like,
Game Pass.
it's like, yeah, Black Friday's gonna be lit due to all these cheap games, man.
For me, I think I'd go with like a D, because I was so let down by the Xbox showcase. I didn't think the state of play was that great, and then the Summer Games Fest had like 2 games out of so many games. I just,
Yeah, 2 games that you want to play, but there are games out there.
but I see, that's why I said for me it's a D. I didn't say D altogether. This isn't
I know,
some
but
objective.
I can appreciate
This is subjective.
that there are games out there that I may not want to play. Or even games that I'm like looking forward to playing once they're a little bit cheaper. I just
yeah, but when
I
I'm
don't know.
grading
We're in a
something
day and
for
age where we
me,
can't be paying up buying all these brand new games.
when I'm grading something for me, I don't care about, oh, this looks like someone else would enjoy it. I care about what I think I'm going to enjoy, or what I know I'm going to enjoy. That's why I said for me a D. That's why I said it's not an objective. It's not objective. It's subjective.
Nah, I'm gonna say it. I think you're gonna get a lot of D's this whole couple years because you're not gonna see
Oh my god.
it like that anymore.
Oh my god! All right, let's go
Sorry,
ahead
Grandpa.
and.
Sorry,
all right.
Grandpa.
With that, we're gonna go ahead and end this fucking podcast. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah. All right then. That was episode 55, Gaming Chamber. It was a short one. We only talked about so much, but we should be back next week. And
Yeah, as long as you don't keel over.
yeah, as something like that. All right. I've been your host, Everett. JJ. Okay. Devin.
Sorry, my bad.
See you, nerds.
JJ.
Sorry, something came up real quick at the last second. I was about to say something. Say this is JJ.
Jesus.
No. Say peace out, peeps. See you next weekend, hopefully. Hopefully we're all better. Not sick.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and again, we
Next week, next week is fucking Father's Day. Shit, dude.
Oh, maybe we won't be here. Maybe we won't have an episode next week because of Father's Day. Okay, maybe 2 weeks.
What do you mean? What do you mean? We're probably just gonna get like Happy Father's Day, Dad. Here's a fucking breakfast, and that's it.
Maybe maybe we'll record on Saturday. I'll still put it out on Monday, but maybe we'll record on Saturday. All right. But yeah, as usual, if you like what we do on this channel, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, we'll catch you later.